Good morning students. In the last lecture we were discussing about the simple mechanical harmonic oscillator. We have derived an equation of motion for simple harmonic oscillator. We have derived an expression for displacement that came out to be A sin omega t plus phi, where omega t plus phi is the phase, A is the amplitude. We have also derived the expression for velocity u is equal to omega a square minus x square under root. Today we have to derive expressions for the time period and energy, that is the kinetic energy, potential energy and total energy. So let us start our today's discussion with the derivation for time period, right? Time period. We know that the time period is the time or period in which the motion repeats itself, or it is the time required for one single oscillation. So we can see, let us derive an expression for the time period. It is represented by t, right? Then we have our displacement as x is equal to a sin omega t plus phi. You can check from last lecture, right? This was our equation number 5. From equation number 5. So let us replace t by t plus 2 pi by omega. So let us replace t by t plus 2 pi by omega. Then x comes out to be, then x will change as a sin omega t plus 2 pi by omega, and this will be plus phi. It can be simplified as a sin omega t plus omega cancel 2 pi plus phi, or we can also write x is equal to a sin 2 pi plus omega t plus phi. Right? But we know that sin 2 pi plus theta is equal to sin theta. Sin angle repeats itself after 2 pi period. So we can also write x is equal to a sin omega t plus phi. Right? Because sin 2 pi plus theta is equal to sin theta. So we can check that the displacement repeats itself if we replace t by t plus 2 pi. That means after the time period of 2 pi by omega, the displacement repeats itself. That means one oscillation has been completed. Therefore, we can say that the time period is t is equal to 2 pi by omega, right? Where omega is the angular frequency. This is our equation number 7. Clear? Then we will derive an expression for linear frequency. Linear frequency. This is nu. Linear frequency nu. We know that the linear frequency is the reciprocal of the time period 1 upon t. So therefore we can write nu is equal to reciprocal of this thing. So we will get omega by 2 pi. This is our omega by 2 pi. This is our equation number 8. Clear? Now let us derive an expression. This is the most important expression for energy. What will be the total energy for simple mechanical harmonic oscillator? So we are deriving an expression for energy. We know that the total energy is given by E is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy. Right? So let us derive expressions for potential energy, kinetic energy, and then we will add both the energies to get the total energy. So for potential energy, U, potential energy. We know that the force can be written as F is equal to minus du by dx, right? Then where U is the potential energy, so therefore we can write U is equal to minus F dx. But what is our x and what is our F? We have our F as, but we have F is equal to minus kx. So therefore u becomes minus minus cancels out kx dx, and we will get u is equal to half kx square, right? We can put the value of for k, or we can put the value for x also. So putting the value of x, we get u is equal to half k. What is our x? X is equal to a sin omega t plus phi. We have our square. We have our square. So therefore the potential energy comes out to be half k a square sin square omega t plus phi, right? This is our equation number 9. So we have derived our expression for the potential energy. Now we are deriving our expression for kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. This is represented by K, capital K, right? So we know that the kinetic energy is given by half m u square. This is small u. This is capital U. Capital U represents potential energy. Small u represents velocity, right? We have derived our expression for velocity in the last term also. We can again derive that, or we can again calculate that. We have our x as a sin omega t plus phi, right? Then we have u is equal to dx upon dt. Then it will become a omega cos omega t plus phi, right? So putting this value of u in this term, we will get kinetic energy as k is equal to half m a omega cos omega t plus phi square, and we will get k is equal to half m a square omega square cos square omega t plus phi, right? Or we can also write in terms of k. What is our k upon m? We have taken k upon m, but k upon m is equal to omega square, right? So therefore this will give k is equal to m omega square. So we can replace m omega square by spring constant k. So therefore we will get our kinetic energy as k is equal to half k a square cos square omega t plus phi. This is our expression for kinetic energy, and let it be 10. So therefore the total energy can be given by, therefore total energy E can be given by E is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy. So this will give E is equal to half k a square sin square omega t plus phi, and we will add the kinetic energy as half k a square cos square omega t plus phi. So we have half k a square as constant in both the terms, and we will get sin square omega t plus phi plus cos square omega t plus phi, and we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So therefore total energy becomes E is equal to half k a square. This is an expression for total energy. This is our equation number 11. So this is our expression for potential energy. This is our expression for kinetic energy. This is our expression for potential total energy. We can also represent it in figure. Let it be our equilibrium position. Let this be minus a. this will plus A, right? The total energy is, this is our total energy is equal to half K A square. We know that at the ends the kinetic energy is 0, and at the equilibrium position the kinetic energy is maximum half K A square. Therefore, the kinetic energy is represented like this. This point is our plus A, this point is our minus A, right? This is our kinetic energy. And what will be our potential energy? The potential energy is maximum at ends and 0 at equilibrium position. So therefore, we will represent it like this. This is our potential energy, right? So this is our potential energy curve, this is our kinetic energy curve, and this is the total energy curve. The average energy can be calculated as 1/4 Ka square, right? Thank you.